Hello music creators, Mike here, and in this video I'm going to show you an amazing plugin that I have here, which is called Meteor FX by UVI. It is incredible for creating your own transition and impact sounds for any music composition you work on. So let's check it out right now. Booms, slams, downers, risers, stutters, whooshes, ambience, and a lot more transition-focused sounds for your music. Alright, so this is the user interface of Meteor FX. First, you see this main page where you can change the most important aspects of any preset. And by the way, the preset browser here is amazing. You simply click it and you have all these different categories with various presets that you can load up. Of course, you can save your own presets if you want to as well. Now, an important thing to know about this engine is that it is basically focused on transition sounds and impacts. So you have rises building up basically into a transition point and impacts, which is the actual transition point. Here we can also set the length of the rise or transition sounds before the impact. So if I play this sound now, it is created by up to 3 layers of rising sounds and 4 layers of impacts. So you can increase the length of impacts here, and you can even, or the rise, or even sync it to, for example, 8 beats here. So 2 full bars in 4/4. You can adjust, so you add a crossfade between the rise and impact sounds, and even adjust the offset of the impact so it starts before or after the end of the rise part. Here we can also set the overall volume of the entire plugin, as well as thrust level, which I believe is some saturation basically. And you can set the levels per individual layer, or solo them, or turn them on or off. So that is what you do on the main page. But if you dive deeper into settings here, this is where the power is. Here you can see the rise parts, 1, 2, 3 layers, impact, 1, 2, 3, 4 layers. Now, here what you can do is simply click any of them to change the sound. Of course, you can also solo to hear how this is sounding. Okay. So this is, the sound source is Reverse FX number 8 here. Let's try a different one. All right. So that is the individual layers. So you can load up anything on each of these layers. So of course there's different sound sources for the rise engine and different sound sources for the impact engine. You can also see here that they have a mixer here, basically for each layer, panning, reverb, delay, level, and even further, if you click this little arrow here, you get more access to the individual sound design per layer. A curve that you can adjust here, and that will either, you can map it here through the curve, or you can do a modulation wheel sweep to change the sound. Also add some distortion, high pass or low pass filtering, the frequency here, and also pitch from the curve here, so you can actually pitch it up or down. Like that. Okay, so those were all the sounds, but as you can hear there. So those are aspects of the individual layers. Now what's even more powerful in my opinion is the randomization features. So if you check up here, you can see this little randomize button here for the rise and another one here for the impact. So you can create unique sounds immediately by just clicking this. So if I just click that, all these 3 layers were now changed like so. And if I mute the impact engine, we have that new rise sound. Click it again. Right. Super powerful. I love randomization features like that because when you randomize using lots of different sound sources, you basically create unique aspects of the sound every time. And again, of course, you can go in and adjust it with these extra features at the bottom here. And again, here you have the thrust and volume that you saw on the main page, the overall level. If it's velocity sensitive, velocity curve here. And this is the edit page. If you go here, you can see there's a mod page and an FX page. So you can dive super deep if you want to. Here you have LFO, motion filter, and motion pan that you can adjust to the rise or the impact or both. So let's do motion filter like so. Without it and with it. I mean, and then you can even do a randomization feature on the shape here. And let's do change what the filter actually do. Let's do 8 notes. Or let's try a motion pan here. Depth 100%, just so you can really hear it. And let's do for the frequency of this in 8 notes as well. I mean, you can, if you want to even automate this, I just right-clicked it here, so you can automate it in your host. So you can start, for example, at 0% and then go up. Or vice versa. And again, you have the final here, LFO volume, that you can add to make some movement to the sound. Let's do it on the rise alone. And of course, depending on the shape of the LFO, with this square wave, you get this stutter effect, basically. You can do the sine wave to do it more smoothly. And I hope that now you start to see the incredible power, the sound design power you have to create completely unique. I mean, the chance that some other composer uses these exact same sounds for all of these 3 rise sound sources and impacts and all these settings, especially when you add modulation effects and even external effects like the ones you get here on the final page. You have reverb, delay, EQ, and stereo width. I mean, the chances are pretty slim that someone else uses pretty much this exact same settings. So that is my favorite aspects of this plugin. It is super focused on one single thing, but it does it incredibly well, and that is to create transition sounds and impacts for your music. Now choose which video you are going to watch next, or you can check out the amazing bonuses in the video description.